Hey there guys, this is Robin Hood bringing you another 2 versus 2 that I played with Mr. Furley. So this is from that session. You guys know what I mean if you watched the last video. If not, there's a link to it always at the end of this video, so check that out if you haven't. But this is on the Rice Fields map. Sansi Bump and Zulu are our opponents. And I believe it's Sansi Bump is actually using a regular Shogun army, vanilla Shogun. Zulu has the Fall of the Samurai. We both have Fall of the Samurai. Now, regular Shogun, I mean, he saw this map was Rice Fields because we played some ranged maps, but after that we just wanted to do a flat map like the last battle and the next one that I will be showing are on hilly maps, and this was all battle list. We didn't want to deal with dojos or anything, or with you know, just everything that happens in the match made because people feel like they absolutely need to win. But you guys have seen, if you're subscribed to my channel or if you just watch my videos, battles where I play with Indie Pride. He doesn't have Fall of the Samurai, but he uses the vanilla Shogun armies and absolutely craps on the Fall of the Samurai armies. And today I'm going to talk about how you can defend against that, and also what not to do. My opponent here makes one crucial mistake. So first we'll read off my army. I have, I believe, tons of Imperial infantry. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's gonna be 3, 2 White Bears, a United States Marine, and a Infanterie de Marine. And then my general and 2 Yarikai, an Imperial Guard Cav, and a Saber Cav, and a Shogunate Guard Cav. So first off, when you're gonna bring a Shogun army, the bows, I'd say, are probably, now, I'm not 100%, you know, some veteran cavalry and stuff, but bows are pretty much your only veterans you should bring, or that's how I'd play it, because the bows, they actually do outrange, especially the 200 range bow monks. They do outrange the gun units, even these extended range Marines. These guys match their range because these guys have 150 range, but these are my only 2 units that can match this range. Had he had the 200 range, he would have had an advantage. But here's his mistake. You're fighting guns. They get the first shot. They are mowing you down as you come in. Go for numbers. Indie Pride, when he plays, he always brings tons of, you know, vanilla units, unveteran units, and tons of what would be considered worthless units if you were playing against a Shogun army, you know, spamming tons of vanilla Katana Samurai and just tons of Yari Ashigaru. Well, you know, that would not work against a regular Shogun army, but against this, you need to have numbers to survive, because once you get into the lines of this kind of army with a regular Shogun army, you are going to pretty much win. Now, that's not 100% of the time, but, you know, once you get there, you're doing well. Over here, this guy brought a ton of 150 range rifles and such, so I just did a cav charge on him, but my cav's going to go down. Mr. Furley's got quite a bit of Imperial infantry and Black Bears, and then tons of cavalry. He's fighting with the cav over here, and that's that. Over here, we're going to engage this, well, no, there's Great Guard in the woods here. So we're going to fight cavalry battle over here. Now, back to what I was saying. One way you can fight against these armies, people line up and hope to shoot them down. You set up in waves. Basically, what you do is you'd have this front line, which I have, and you'll notice when I actually start shooting, once I start shooting, he has to attack, because he's got the melee army. Start shooting with these guys. He starts running forward. I have another line behind them. Once they get close, I run these guys back. There's another line there firing, and then once they get close, you run these guys back behind the other line, which is now reformed. That's how you hold them off, because if you just stand there and they do make it to you, you're in trouble. I do actually sometimes leave units behind just to slow them down, because that one unit slows them down, and yes, you might lose that unit, but you also fire a crap ton more ammo into these guys, killing more of them. So over here, what actually happened is this cavalry, Mr. Furley's cav, is going to go down all my cavalry went down because of the Great Guard and Yari cavalry coming in. And my Saber Cav's going to go in and actually do some damage, and they don't have any bonus versus cavalry, but these guys kept running away when they could have taken them out, getting me more kills. And then I'm just going to run away with this unit. Actually, first though here, I took a hit on his bows, because once again, this is the really dangerous unit to my army. Or not really dangerous, but he can outrange me. While this was going on, I saw that I had a chance, and I'm going to move forward with my extended range units here. I accidentally kind of blobbed up. Got my general because he's got the extra range, and he's easy to dodge arrows with. And Mr. Furley's doing his stuff over here. I have an Imperial Guard Cav over here to guard against the Carbine Cavalry from coming around behind us. So my general's going to start firing. Got 23 kills already there. And yeah, this army here going to start getting shot. So in the center, he's going to get the first shot with the bows. Some of my men are going to go down, but I am going to return fire. And once you're firing, I mean, yes, he's doing pretty well, but my units are going to mow him down. The guns they just win. Look at how many of those guys died, and I really didn't lose that much. So here comes the mass charge. And once again, you know, these veterans, they're good units. Yes, they are. But they don't really do that much better against this army. They actually do worse because you can bring less of them since you're paying more than just a vanilla army. So that was his one mistake, bringing veterans. Besides that, I mean, he did everything just fine. But you can see these units, I pulled them back. They're going to form another line. I've got my Carbine Cavalry, or my Imperial Guard Cavalry, sorry, over here. And Mr. Furley brought over one unit to fire in on the flank, and now these guys are just going to fire to their heart's content. Okay guys, sorry about that. I actually had something rendering and it finished and pulled me out of the game, so this is slightly before where we were. Just gonna point out one thing I missed. I do have this unit of Imperial Infantry in the woods on the right here, and they're gonna be my sacrificial unit, so they're going to go down. But as I was saying, you can see I pulled back my men, got my general there to fire too, and these guys are going to be shot up, and right here at this exact spot is where we were. So this unit is going to have the living crap shot out of it as it charges towards my lines, and at this point I saw how quickly they were going down. I wasn't going to pull back this line because it looked to me as if they were going to rout, and they are going to. Right here, they're actually going to make it, kind of, but then they do get the charge bonus and kill some of my men, but then they go ahead and go down themselves. Now, on the right is the only place he's actually having any success, and here he is still getting the crap shot out of him. My general is right here, helping to fire into that. This unit's actually going to start to lose this. And then over here, my Imperial Guard Cavalry is shooting down this unit. So you can see, you know, the pulling back your men tactic. He didn't have enough troops. Had he had more, less veterans, more vanilla, he actually could have made it to my lines, although I would have pulled back again because I saw that I was doing just fine. But you can see his men, you know, they get cut down pretty quickly. So this map, I don't know why he joined this game, because this map does not in any way favor him. There's no terrain to hide behind. It's a straight shot. Right when he's in range, I can fire. So yeah, I don't know about that. Meanwhile, Mr. Furley over here is having a very normal Shogun Fall of the Samurai battle. By that I mean, you know, both Fall of the Samurai. And his army's doing just fine. These 150 ranged Tosa riflemen and such, which are all that's left of them, are over here, were hurting him. This Bokachi is actually doing some damage because they've got extra range. And there comes their arrows doing some damage there. But these units are actually going to outshoot this line and take them down. Plus I have my Imperial Guard Cav charging this unit here, and they take a few losses in the charge, but after that it is pretty much over. So you can see the big line of fire as Mr. Furley's men take out the last of these units, and my army's coming over. So at this point, we had won it. There was no doubt about it. You can see my lines are pretty much clean. They were right here, and just a ton of dead people as they crossed the field to get to me. So that's that. It's going to be the end of the battle. We'll take a look at the statistics. Sorry, can't talk there. And then that's going to be it. But yeah, guys, if you're going to bring a vanilla army, don't play on rice fields. It was battle list. It showed the map. So, you know, not the smartest map. That was the one mistake. And the other is bringing veterans. Now, my opponent did have the right strategy, though. You know, meat shielding with the Yari Ashigaru, charging in with the swords. It's just he didn't have the correct units to pull it off. But he played it well. And his cavalry did a good job. The Great Guard, good unit to bring. But good game to both of our opponents there. And that's the stats. I didn't really lose that many. And as you can see, the Imperial Infantry and such in the second line did a great job. Infanterie de Marine always do well. United States Marines did well. Guard Cavalry did well. All that good stuff. His Great Guard, like I was saying, good unit to bring, did very good job. There's Mr. Furley's unit, Black Bears on top, and Zulu's Infanterie de Marine. So, yeah, good game to both of our opponents. Thank you to Mr. Furley for being my ally, and I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Okay there, guys. If you liked that video, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, and click that subscribe button for more. Also provided is a link to my Facebook and Twitter accounts so that you guys can go and check that out. And in the bottom left, we have a link to the last video in this series so that you guys can go and check that out if you haven't already. And on the right is a link to my other channel, Robin Hood FPS, which features all of my first-person shooter gameplay. So if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, go check out that channel, and thank you for watching.